This is Andrew Klavan on The Culture. Guerrilla filmmaker James O'Keefe has released another of his Project Veritas video stings, exposing the mind-boggling corruption, arrogance, and bigotry that permeate America's institutional left. In the current video, two Project Veritas actors pretend to be radical Muslims, offering a $5 million donation to a pair of all too willing executives from National Public Radio. There's Ron Schiller, Senior Vice President in charge of NPR's Division of Supercilious Contempt.
The current Republican Party is not really the Republican Party. It's been hijacked by this group that is...
Radical, racist, Islamophobic, Tea Party people?
And not just Islamophobic, but really xenophobic. I mean, basically, they believe in sort of white, middle America, gun-toting. I mean, it's pretty scary. They're seriously based.
And Betsy Liley, director of NPR's Institute for Fatuous Moral Equivalence.
Our founding congregation from a place like the Muslim Brotherhood, but you look at the way that they have been demonized and put down and shown as horrible, terrible people, when they are simply people that are just trying to help.
And sadly, our history of Americans, very young society, shown that we've done this before. And we put Japanese Americans in camps in World War II.
Several NPR executives have been forced to resign because of the video, including the director of Speaking Very Softly to Suggest Elite Status, the senior vice president in charge of boring musical interludes, and the programming executive for twee self-satisfied humor. The exposure of NPR's leftist prejudice, patronizing scorn for the majority of Americans, and casual anti-Semitism caught the last remaining 6 New York Times readers by surprise. But it did raise an interesting question. In a country of endless broadcasting options, why should Americans be forced to pay the salaries of a tiny cabal of left-wing Thurston Howell III impersonators?
But the whole thing sounds so darn democratic.
Who want to play at being journalists and entertainers? Well, as always, leftists provide an answer to that question through careful reasoning devoid of emotionalism. They say defunding public broadcasting would be like killing Big Bird. To counter this argument, Klavan on The Culture's Project Klavitas has done a courageous video sting of our own. We used a hidden camera to record a secret meeting between Big Bird and his Sesame Street crony, Elmo. Here are the results.
Those Tea Party Americans sure are racist, Elmo.
Elmo hates Tea Party. They want to bring back yucky Constitution.
I know. And they want people to be able to keep their own money instead of having the government use it the way it's supposed to.
Greedy, greedy, greedy.
And some of them even believe in Jesus.
Elmo hates Jesus. He not let me tear baby out of mommy and cut it to pieces.
And they're mean to our friends Hamas just because they want to kill Jews.
Kill Jews, kill Jews, kill.
All right. That wasn't really Big Bird and Elmo talking. That was me. Because Big Bird and Elmo are just puppets. Somebody has to talk for them. And I think we all know who that somebody is. This is Andrew Klavan on The Culture.